free. If you want to see an additional 5-minute preview of this next Ultra Vegito episode for free, just sign up to my manga newsletter, mangaletter.com, using the links in the description or pinned comment, and simply enter an active email and your name, and it will be with you instantly after for free. So make sure to check your spam, junk, or other folder if you don't see it. This is a treat for every one of you who cannot afford the Patreon, so enjoy.
I'm feeling younger by the day fighting like this.
As the now giggling king would just stare upwards as the ashes and burnt remains of the demon would fall to the ground. All while he would marvel at his own power, commenting,
there was a time a demon king would give me trouble. But at this point, I doubt even the so-called emperors would do much to me.
But finally finishing, he would then extend his hand down to Tien, saying,
got in a bit of trouble there, huh? Here, you could use a hand.
back off! I don't need anyone's help, least of all a Saiyan's. I already told you, I'll never trust you guys. But the three-eyed earthling, still harboring distaste for the same Saiyans who once were responsible for his death, would just grunt back and opt to get up all by himself.
As you wish.
But the king, markedly unbothered, would just fold his arms and smirk, saying back,
even better. Now at least, I won't need to babysit you for the next planet. You seem to have plenty of energy left in the tank. Bravo, Earthling! Now let's go.
But before any more could be said, the king would be preoccupied by a sudden sensing of a fast-moving energy. His body frozen momentarily before... move! On natural instinct, the king would immediately push Tien away, as if saving one of his own men. And for good reason, as in a literal flash, an inexplicable bolt of black lightning would then crash from the sky onto the ground between them, both luckily surviving and jumping back due to the efforts of the king. What was that? Wait, did he just save me?
Looks like this planet isn't done with us yet after all.
As the two warriors sent from Earth would then look to the sky, but with two very different reactions. What is going on? As once we would get a better view from further out, the extent of the now sudden explosion of black thunder and lightning all over the surface of the planet cracking down would be compounded by the mysterious presence of a single black portal opening up. As Tien, whose face would now begin to go blue from fear, would just utter out, This never happened before. I know this feeling. This is the feeling of the end. But King Vegito, just clenching his fists in stance, would conversely say,
all I smell is your fear, Three Eyes. Get it together. I'll deal with whatever comes here, even if you can't. By my honor as a Saiyan, you can believe that!
As in a completely unexpected arrival, out of the portal would arrive a demon we had all seen before. The royal demon god of Lucif himself, the current Omni King, as adorned in the same black armor that was splashed with Zeno's blood as he was murdered. The Omni King killer would just slowly levitate out of the portal, not uttering a word, as his presence alone would say 1,000 words. Who is that? That can't be a mortal. A god? Leaving the weak Tien to just stare in disbelief. His words struggling to even come out, as his body would involuntarily tremble. As even the royal Saiyan with widened eyes would also realize what had just arrived, as he would let out,
"This is no god, boy, but have it right. Make one wrong move with this guy, and we'll both definitely be seeing one. Stay on guard!"
But as the new Omni King's guard would begin looking around with his stoic face in a gruff tone, he would let out,
"So, this is where Lord Lucif commanded me to come. 2 targets, and I believe I have found them already. Your wish shall be granted, my lord."
And as expected, the first to fly up and greet him would be the Saiyan himself, King Vegito, who after flying up would let out with more than a tense face,
"I can tell, scouter or not, that you are unlike any of the demons I've faced before, even beyond Tizer and his old man, a cut above. And so I wonder why you would even come here. Confused me with my son, perhaps? No."
But almost as if he could reply with only actions and not words, his response would begin swiftly with bringing his palm forward, faced at the king, and within it, a pure black concoction of energy, unlike any seen before. As the demon god would simply respond,
"I have come for the right 2 mortals. But rest assured, he will be joining you soon enough."
As just like that, the royal guard would then blast his energy towards the royal Saiyan. But curiously, with his arm still folded, and barely a look of concern on his countenance, the king wouldn't flinch at all. His body immediately beginning to vanish just as the beam would approach him. And as expected, appearing elsewhere, far off in the distance, and most importantly, away from danger, King Vegeta would resurface, his face grinning now as he would begin to think,
"Maybe I gave this insect too much credit. No demon since the one I faced with Vegeta has been any match for me. Why should I begin to fear one now? That damn Baldy's cowardice must be spreading to me. Not anymore." Wait!
And if you want more, the next video is already up live on my Patreon right now for over 4,500 plus incredible patrons who are getting early access episodes for life, as well as actively seeing hidden Ultra Vegito content And if you want that too, head to my Patreon to see the full next video and see just what insane turn of events happens next in yet another very long episode. So join now and talk to me. Links are in the description and pinned comment.